I'm going to talk to you about language because I can. The magic possibilities that we have with language, the complexities, the connections between two minds, and hearing someone speak. Tones and puffs, they happen from your breathing, and it beats off the eardrum, those noises, and it transmits into a thought. I hope it happens. Why can we talk about thoughts between two people, the connections of hearing new sounds, it's like a jellyfish. It has a good life, doesn't need to think, but now maybe thoughts, they talk about 7,000 languages in the world. All languages have different sounds. It depends on that person or that language and how they speak and how they change it into thoughts. Carmen said there's two types of languages. They can have two types of languages and not have the same thought. Or another person said a rose. That rose can be called two different things, but it's still a rose. Recently in my lab, or in any lab for that matter, in a science lab, we are going to show you, like in Australia, how we tested language. So the Quilix tribe in Australia, they don't reference left or right. They reference by navigation north, south, east, and west. So if they say you have an ant on your southwest knee, or they say, hello, where are you going today? Hello, I'm heading north, northeast. So as they meet different people, they have to know where they're going. If they don't know, they can't get past hello. But they say language is knowledge. Like with the clan, they say southeast. We say left or right. It's not like we're birds with magnets in our nose. We just have to know where we're going. For example, if you go to sleep, or if you all close your eyes, I want you to point southeast. Everyone in here. Okay? Open your eyes. I see here, 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 here. I really don't know where southeast is, but you guys didn't help me at all. So that's the point I'm trying to make. But the difference with language is it's always improving. Take for this group, for example. They may talk, and they might know that language, but they might not know time or age. If it's an English person, their time moves lateral. A Jewish person, their time moves left to right. it's left to right or right to left, you still need to know which way you're going. So with them, they say east or west. So it's going to go left or right, right to left. If I turn, that's going to be a different way. So it depends on the body position. So for me, I turn this way, it moves away from me. I turn this way, it moves from out in front to the side, so on and so forth. It's like, thoughts are smart if you can put a picture to it. How many people know what's happening? How many penguins are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We teach you as kids how to count. What's your goal? Like if there's 7 or 8, you don't really write it down. If there's a connection with the penguins or ducks, people don't have a similarity with it if they don't know the numbers. Like colors. There's differences in language as they transition, like blue. So like in Russia, they know the difference between light blue and dark blue. So if we test them, they can pick out the difference in colors extremely fast in Russia. They just know the difference between light and dark. If in America, if we transition colors slowly, it's a surprise to them. But if we change colors fast, in English, you don't really notice the change. They don't think there's much of a change. So language is an important role with that. Definitely supports it. So if there's a man and a woman over in Germany or in Spain, there's man and woman for nouns. Like the moon is different. So they know the sun, it's a man in Germany, and it's a woman in Spain. But how do they describe the difference? How do you know how to explain it? In Germany, they talk that it's it's very specific. The words in Spanish, they're very strong for masculine. So the picture with a man right over there knocking over something, we know it's a mistake. In English, we say it's fine. We say that man knocked over the vase. In Spain, all they say is the vase, it broke. In English, we can point and put the blame on exactly who did it. Many times in Spain you can't. They just know that it broke somehow. Emotions with people are different, especially with languages. We focus on the difference, like mistakes that happen in English. We can say that that person did it, but in Spain we just say what happened to the object. So remember who broke it. It's easier in English than it is in Spain. They just know that something broke. Spain knows what happens, but the two people, they can see the same exact picture, but their tendencies happen to be different with remembering things. It's a problem when we try to blame. If in English they say, I know who did it, we can pass the blame. It's easier for us to point the finger and say that it was the man who broke the vase. Language kind of moves and we direct it that way. But for example, with language, there's a lot that is different. Many times with numbers, people can write them down, or words. Like with math, you can't write down. It's very structured. The words can be big, but with language, there's early, there's colors. It's really simple. The pictures, they can transition. It's very general. Like with man and women, there's always a difference. Like masculine, how does it change? Finally, I want to talk about blame. It's very important for life. Language is very important for life, excuse me. So we discuss the processing thoughts, how it changes. Not that it's only, one world. That there's 7,000 languages in the world. That life has a goal and it can change. One language is used about half the time. It's very general. It's only about a year. It's natural in English or in America. For us to be very focused on what's happening. Finally, I just want to leave you with a thought. How language is different. But how you think about language and how it's spoken is how your thoughts actually process. Your thoughts can be different depending on your language. Also, you think about many people depend on creation with language. Thank you.